What's up, guys? I'm JJ,
I'm Javier.
and this is PM Football. Today, we are doing our picks of the week. It is now week 5 of the college football season already.
Yeah, we're
And
almost halfway there, dude.
that it's going way too fast.
It is. This was the issue when we were working in it. It was that the days felt like months, but like the season itself felt like it went by so fast. And
Yeah.
it's the same
And
as a fan, honestly.
to state the obvious, we aren't in the studio today.
Yeah,
I'm currently on vacation, so we're
yeah,
gonna have to do this one over Zoom. I'm
hmm
at the beach. That's why I got the beach background going for me right now.
yeah.
But yeah, let's jump right into this. We have the first game. It is number 21 USC at the number 23 Illinois. Who do you
I'm
got?
gonna go with USC here. Illinois got embarrassed last week, quite frankly. I thought it was gonna be a lot closer than it was, even though I did have them losing. I thought it was gonna be a lot more competitive, and I think Indiana just exposed a lot of flaws in Illinois' team, so I'm gonna go with USC here.
Yeah, I remember last week we both had Indiana beating Illinois,
hmm
and you're right, they just completely
It was
embarrassed
bad.
them.
It was bad.
And USC has really kind of picked up steam a little bit. They got
hmm
Jaden Maeva throwing the ball around. They got Lemon catching
Projected first
passes.
round receiver as of now.
Yeah, no, I think they're a very great offense. And I mean, it's always been the question with USC is if their defense is good enough to keep up and keep them in games. Their offense is always usually good.
hmm
But I'm also going to be taking USC in this game. Even though Illinois has home field advantage, I think USC is able to put up more points than them and
hmm
ultimately win the game.
Yeah.
The next game we got is Auburn at number 9, Texas A&M.
I'm gonna go with Texas A&M. This is just a very tough place to play, and I think they have a squad. Like Texas A&M, don't sleep on them when it comes to contending for the SEC. Like they got some dudes on that team, so I'm gonna go with Texas A&M.
Yeah, Auburn loses their first game last week, and A&M's kind of been on a roll. They kind of
Yeah,
really asserted their dominance against Notre Dame and are showing they look like true contenders this year. Marcel Reed really is stepping up and showing that he's a primetime good quarterback, at the college level at least. I don't know how much of a pro level prospect I would consider him yet, but I think A&M, I don't know about convincingly, but I think that they end up coming away with the win at home against Auburn.
yeah,
Next game we got, this might be the game of the week in my
yeah.
opinion. Number 4 LSU and number 13 Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is favorite, correct?
Ole Miss right now is a 1.5 point favorite.
So it's gonna be close. I expect this to be a closer game. I I wouldn't say trash, and I had some words about this LSU team. I'm slowly starting to turn back on it. I'm gonna go with LSU. I just think they are the better team. I was a believer in Nussmeier from the beginning, even when I was saying negative
It
things
wasn't
about
that you weren't a
LSU.
Nussmeier believer. You weren't a Brian Kelly believer.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, and not even just Nussmeier. Like I said, that roster is really good. Like defensively, offensively, they have weapons all around. Like I believe in LSU. It was the coach.
Yeah.
I still have concerns about the coach, but when it comes to this matchup, I'm gonna still take LSU over Ole
Yeah.
Miss.
So there have been talkings around the internet
hmm
of Whit Weeks is dating Lane Kiffin's daughter.
Yeah,
And for those of you that don't know who Whit Weeks is, he's a linebacker for LSU.
he's a dog.
He's a really good player.
Yeah,
But the fact that they announced that the week that LSU is playing Ole Miss, I think is going to put a little bit of fire under Kiffin, and he's going to want to score some points.
yeah.
And I think ultimately Ole Miss comes out and upsets LSU. I think that the game being at Ole Miss is going to be a huge advantage for them. If this game was in Death Valley at LSU, I think it's easy. I'm taking LSU, but if Ole Miss can pick up a little momentum at any point during this game and just keep up that momentum, I'm taking Ole Miss to win this game. I like what they've done so far this year. Don't get me wrong, I like LSU a lot. I'm a huge fan of Nussmeier. I think he should be the first quarterback taken in this upcoming draft, but I just think there's too many arrows pointing at Ole Miss to kind of upset this game, and so I'm going to be taking Ole Miss. The next game is number one Ohio State at Washington.
I will be taking Ohio State. If I'm being honest, I don't really think it's going to be a close one. I expect a double-digit win for Ohio State. No disrespect to Washington at all. They got a great squad there, but I just think Ohio State's too powerful, honestly.
Yeah, Ohio State's ranked number one for a reason right now. Sayin has looked good enough. Like you're as a freshman quarterback coming in there, starting at Ohio State, it's usually takes him a little bit, but he really hasn't made any mistakes or anything yet so far. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Ohio State pulls away late. I mean, it's just so weird now that Washington, UCLA, all these teams are playing in the Big Ten, and
Yeah,
Ohio State has to transfer or travel all the way to Washington to play these games. But
an in-conference game.
that's what I
Like
mean.
it's
Like
crazy.
your first Big Ten game is at Washington. But I think ultimately Ohio State pulls away, wins this game. They're just a better team. Washington
Yeah,
is 3-0, but
yeah, they're good. Like they got a good squad. They're good coaching staff. I just think Ohio State overpowers them.
yeah, I mean they have the talent.
Yeah.
Next game we got number 15 at Mississippi State. Mississippi State's undefeated, by the way.
Yeah, number 15 Tennessee. You forgot to say who number 15 was. Number 15
Did I not say
Tennessee
that?
at Mississippi State. I'm gonna go with Tennessee. I think you gotta put some respect on Mississippi State. It looks like this is one of the better Mississippi State teams compared to the last few years. But I don't think they compare talent wise to a Tennessee squad, so I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee was a missed field goal away from beating Georgia.
Yeah.
Like they've really kind of shown the world so far this year.
Brazel, man. He
They
looks
yeah.
good.
And I mean Aguilar too. Like he's like
Yes.
a very consistent quarterback and
Yes.
knows how to play the position.
I mean,
And
even their defense, like you don't really associate Tennessee with having a good defense, and they have been showing out. I know Georgia put up what
44.
45 on
Yeah.
them, but I mean they have some stars on that defensive side for sure.
Yeah, but like I was saying, Tennessee is. I would not be surprised if they're a team that's in the playoff this year.
For
I think they
sure,
have a
yeah.
good enough team to
I mean,
make
they
it.
made the playoffs last year, and you could argue they're even better this year.
Yeah, I think the biggest concern was what they were going to look like without Iamaliava, and I
Hmm.
mean they look better.
Yeah,
And they lost James Pierce. I think people were wondering how that pass rush was going to look, and
yeah,
they're stepping right in and playing just as good. But I will be
sure.
taking Tennessee in this game as well, even though
Nice.
it is at Mississippi State. And I do think that this could be a closer game than people are thinking.
For sure, yeah.
Next game we got Arizona at number 14, Iowa State.
I'm gonna go with Iowa State. I wasn't too much of a believer in them before the season started. They're starting to grow on me though, so I'm gonna go with Iowa State.
Yeah, I'm also taking Iowa State. They were my second pick to win the Big 12. We ultimately went with Kansas State, and
Kansas
that
State, that's
has
looking
not
pretty
looked.
bad as of
Yeah,
now.
yeah. But Rocco Beck really has played good this season.
Yeah,
I like what they're doing at Iowa State. I think, especially being a home game, I think that they pick up the win against Arizona. Moving on to the night games, we have probably, I mean, there's a couple really good games on this weekend.
you know what I'm
Couple,
pissed off about?
what?
This is the best slated college football weekend we've had, and I won't even be able to watch it because I will be in the middle of nowhere out of town this weekend. So it pisses me off, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, with that being said, number 17, Bama at number 5, Georgia.
this is going
This
to
is the
be a
game.
very
This is
good
the
one.
game. This is
This,
always the game of the year.
yeah,
Bama, Georgia. Like
yeah,
everyone's going to be watching this one.
yeah.
Who do you got?
Um, I will be going with Georgia here. I think I don't want to call Alabama weak because they're not, but compared
Yeah.
to let's say this last decade, this looks like it's probably the weakest Alabama team that we've seen this decade. And Georgia's Georgia. Georgia will always be Georgia as long as Kirby Smart is there. I'm gonna go with Georgia here, especially in Athens. Like, give me
Yeah.
Georgia.
I mean, yeah, the Alabama starts the season losing in a blowout fashion to Florida State, and everyone kind of thought it was jokish that they just can't beat a team like Florida State. It turns out Florida State's actually pretty good,
Yeah,
but DeBoer against ranked opponents, it's not a good
not a
look
good
for him.
track record
He
right
doesn't
now.
beat them. He
Yeah,
doesn't beat them.
yeah.
So with it being at Georgia, like you mentioned, I'm taking Georgia as well. I
Hmm.
do think they keep it close, but ultimately I think Georgia is just the better team at this point in time, and
Yeah,
they're at home. The
yeah,
fans are going to be going crazy there. And
yeah.
then also on at 7:30, I don't know why they thought it was a smart idea to play both these games at the same exact
I
time.
don't know.
We got number 6 Oregon at number 3 Penn State.
Now, to me personally, this is my game of the week, a top
Yeah.
six matchup. Both teams contending in the Big Ten, seeing if they could either overstep Ohio State or be competing with Ohio State in the championship game. Um, Give me Oregon. They were my preseason pick to win the Big Ten, and I'm not going to switch up on them. I think they have looked pretty good. The offensive line is always going to be good there. Dante Moore is really grown into this great quarterback in college, and kind of similar to what you said about DeBoer, James Franklin's track record against big time teams like this it's not too positive, so I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Oregon to beat Penn State at Penn State.
Yeah. I mean, similarly to how you said that Oregon was your team this year in the Big
Hmm.
Ten, Penn State was mine.
Yeah,
So this might be a preview of what the Big Ten championship may be.
yeah,
I like I said, I've been on Penn State since the beginning of the year. We talked about James Franklin when we did a video about picking the conference winners, and I said if this year they can't win it, I don't think he'll ever do it.
yeah.
So this is to me is a must-win game for them to
Hmm.
kind of really stamp their foot down to
Like, are
show,
you serious or not?
yeah,
Kind of thing. Yeah,
especially with an Ohio State team that's playing Washington this week. If they somehow fold and end up losing that game, Penn State could go up to number 1 if
yeah.
that's the case. So with that being said, I'm taking Penn State. They are at home. Oregon's got a long way to travel for this game. Should be an awesome game. I'm expecting a high scoring game. Uh, it should just be a fun one. I'm taking Penn State though. I think they have the better weapons. They got a more experienced quarterback, and that run game is elite.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good one. Like, I think this is gonna be a close matchup. I think it's gonna be one of those games where it's gonna come down to that final drive. Like,
Yeah,
just who wants it more? Is it gonna be an electric defense or a solid, an electric offense or a solid defense?
yeah,
Like, I'm expecting a really close one here.
yeah. And then to close out the video, we got the locks of the week.
Yep.
We went 2 for 3 again. We can't get that third
Dude,
win.
it's pissing me off.
Who it was USF, right? They got blown, the brakes blown off of them. Or
Was
no,
that
that
this
was the
week or
other
last
week.
week?
Who do we have this week?
Hold up. Let me look at it. Um,
We had,
it
I
was
had,
West Virginia just getting blown out. We
oh
had
yeah,
them
no.
covering the like 12 and a half spread.
You
Got
want to know why I
absolutely
even,
cakewalked.
you want to know why I even said that in the first place? Just because there was,
Because he was on McAfee and was
yeah, he
like
was on
his
McAfee.
chops
And
out. It's like, no, dude. Like,
yeah,
y'all,
no, they suck.
yeah.
What, with that being said, we're turning the leaf. We're starting the week on a blank slate. We're gonna go
Yeah,
3 this week.
yeah.
Our first lock of the week is the over in the LSU and Ole Miss game. It's currently set at 54.5. If Lane Kiffin's telling me to bet the over, I'm gonna
We're
do the
taking
over.
it. We're taking it for sure.
Yeah.
Our next lock is Ohio State covers the minus 8.5 spread against Washington.
Yeah.
Like we said in our game predictions, we think Ohio State will win pretty comfortably with this one, so we're going to take them covering the minus 8.5 spread.
Yep. And then the final one, we both predicted them to win. We got Georgia versus Bama. Georgia's going to win the game. We're
Yeah,
just going to take Georgia straight up money line.
yeah.
I doubt this game is going to be very. I mean, I'm not going to say very close. I think it could end up being close, but I
It
think
could be
Georgia.
close. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're favorites right now, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
it's got to
3 point
be.
favorites.
Yeah. I mean, it
So
makes sense. It's Georgia.
yeah, for all the reasons we said during the game predictions, Georgia should win this game pretty handily
Yeah.
with the board. there.
Well, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, follow us on TikTok and Twitter at Pain Football Podcast. Have a good week and enjoy a good slate of college football games, and we will see you next week.
See ya.